This episode of Kickin is brought to you by the Toro Bravo 5 pack. This pack came out a couple of years ago. The quick shot came with a all red nubuck suede 5. It looks awesome. It said, this was the blood that Jordan saw when he was on the court or whatever. Really nice. You got the gray tone right here. And then you had the black one with the hint with the 3M all over it. Hopefully you can pick it up. Pretty sweet. Had a nice shoe. Really clean. The packaging was pretty dope. It had like wood all over it. It had like a little Toro. So his eyes coming out. I think it looks like the Chicago Bulls eyes. So that's the Toro 5 pack. Enjoy the show. Welcome to another episode of Kickin It. I'm Steve 09.
Kick 718.
And this time we're talking about, I had a friend of mine, Logan J. Bays, hit me up. He said, this is pretty good topic for you guys to use. And it's about Kobe and the Kobe Prelude. He said, do you think they would have came out with it if Kobe didn't get hurt?
No.
And would it happen if LeBron was hurt or if KD was hurt? Would they do Preludes?
Double no. I don't particularly believe so. I think that whole sneaker, the whole soccer style that Kobe was rocking for the past 4, I think. I think it took its toll, and it was plain to see. I mean, I can't tell you that because he had those shoes on, he ripped his Achilles, and they wanted to tighten it around. I'm not sure, but I thought it was kind of cool that they did that, though.
Yeah,
I mean, if had he not, or had he, it was time for a change anyway. I particularly think so, because them low cut Kobe's like that shit, to me, it had died like 3 seasons ago.
Yeah. Do you think they did it? They did the Prelude thing. I mean, obviously he was hurt, but you think they had it in the works only because they figure he's in his maybe 1 or 2 years left for him to play?
Man,
and he's gonna retire soon.
You know why I think they did it? I think they did it because his story is very compelling to me. Like, he's forever gonna be under MJ's shadow, but the similarity is very close. And for them doing that pack, I mean, I thought it was about time that they retro his kicks.
Yeah, I mean, I knew it was eventually gonna happen because he is already way older now. But it just seemed that it was done kind of early. You know what I mean? I thought it was going to take a little more time before they started retroing his shoes. And big ups to Nike for doing it because it's working. Every shoe is a freaking sellout.
Let me ask you this: how do you feel about that next Kobe that's coming out? That high one.
To me, honestly, it looks like a boxing shoe.
It looks like a boxing shoe. Yeah. Absolutely.
I don't know. To be honest with you, I don't know what Kobe's thinking with that. I mean, like you said, maybe they figured. I mean, that way he can't mess up his ankle. That kind of shoe.
It's true,
right?
It's a very untraditional basketball shoe.
It's more, you know what it reminds me of too? It's like those gladiator shoes.
Okay.
They will go all the way
Absolutely,
up.
Yeah.
It kind of looks like that in that style. I mean, this is definitely a different sneaker. We haven't seen anything like that in a while. I think, I think it was like Under Armour maybe. They had those really high, really high shoes, sneakers like that.
Crazy.
So I mean, when Nike does it, then it's probably gonna sell out. And I'm sure a lot of the Kobe fans. I mean, I know you're a big Kobe guy.
Yeah, absolutely.
You gonna cop those or?
If it's not a hassle, like we spoke about in other videos, then the kid might try to get it. Might. I'm not saying it's gonna happen. I'm still interested in trying to get any of the Preludes, but you see how bad that's going.
They're going for crazy prices.
They're going, yeah.
I found them.
Let me ask you this: what's your favorite Prelude?
The 5. I always like the 5.
Yeah.
Kobe 5 model. That one had when they were just regular ones. Like the only one. The only one that I have is when he did the Bruce Lee thing with that.
Oh right.
He had the Dark Knight one, which I thought was hot too.
Yeah, absolutely.
To me, that was probably like fair, but like you said, 4, 5, 6, 7, and I think even 8. They were almost all the same.
Yeah, we're almost, they all look the same. I'm torn, man, because I love the ones and I love the threes. And I didn't like the threes before, but the color scheme that they put on that bad boy, amazing, amazing, amazing shoe. I would have liked to have seen the, damn, what shoe was it they had? The Hyper Dunk.
Oh yeah.
I think that should have been part of the pack because I think they introduced that shoe, and I think Kobe was the first one to wear that shoe. I definitely think that
The All-American.
the All-Right. That would have been absolutely crazy. They would have done that. That would have been pretty awesome.
So let me ask you this.
Okay.
So what do you think? You know, with Nike doing the whole Prelude thing, it looks like Adidas got into the thing too because they retro just crazy ones. The all yellow ones.
Absolutely.
You know, and they've been doing the crazy 8s as well. So I think everybody has the picture that, you know, is pretty much the end of the road for Kobe.
Well, what I think, I don't want to say that because I think that he could come back and, you know, if things work out, Lord willing, he might get another cookie, but it might not. I think why not cash in? You know, if Michael Jordan would have came in, went strictly Converse and then would have joined Nike, Converse would have done the same thing. But since Nike bought Converse, I mean, it'd be kind of cool to see some type of Michael Jordan, like, you know, like the shit he won in college or whatever. So, I mean, why not cash in? You know, Kobe's a big name, and at one point his jersey was the #1 seller. Adidas had to take advantage. Got them, you know, they did the crazy 8s, did the other all yellow ones that came out.
The crazy ones.
Yeah, absolutely. You know,
Yeah,
so I thought it was a good look.
Yeah, but so you don't think that you think they'll do Preludes for LeBron?
Nah, man, I don't think they'll do it for anybody else other than for Kobe. But they will re-retro LeBron's, and I'm sure they'll probably do a couple of other players out there.
And I'm hoping they retro LeBron. I need those fours. You know, those fours were pretty sweet.
Yeah, and you know the crazy thing about it is that them shoes they didn't become wanted well after his 5th pair, 6th pair. After the whole South Beach incident,
that was a wrap.
That's when everybody was like, oh shit, I gotta go back and get older ones. In my opinion. So,
do you think Kobe has a lot of insight when they are designing the shoe? Because getting back to the Kobe 9 that's going to drop after they do all the crazy.
Right.
I mean, it's really a different looking shoe. I mean, do you really think that he wants something like he had a lot of input in that shoe?
Man, it's possible because I mean, you and I have spoken about this. We didn't like the low-cut soccer style shoe, but Kobe's an avid fan of soccer. You know, so I mean, I'm sure he may take, you know, boxing lessons, you know, and they probably brought it to him and he thought it was a cool concept. Not only that, but when you have a shoe that high up and you tie completely, you know, it basically makes your ankle and your foot one, so you won't twist it as bad.
Right.
Which, you know, I'm not a doctor, of course, right? But I'm just saying, I think it has function for performance more so than for like street style.
Yeah, you know, I think it's going to be interesting to see if he plays in them or if somebody else uses them on the court.
Right.
Or, you know, whenever they release, you know, somebody on YouTube reviews them, the performance side of them,
right.
You know, they use them to play ball or whatever. But I think it's definitely a 360 turn, in my opinion, because like we said, he's always had that low cut style for the longest time.
Right.
And I know both of us were tired of seeing it because they look like the same shoe model, just with a little hint of something, you know, different. But to me, I like the Kobe Grinch. I thought that shoe was.
The concept of it was awesome.
Yeah, I think that was pretty awesome.
Let me ask you this: if Kobe had never gone low cut, could any of those other shoes that we mentioned, the Dark Knights, the Bruce Lees, the Grinches, the Chaos, would those shoes have worked high top? Would they have worked like a Hyper Dunk?
You know what? You would have to probably see the design if they could have pulled it off. Maybe, but you know, sometimes the shoe looks better if it's low, if it's low cut and it's not high. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, sometimes, you know, like for me, I know with SBs, I know you got some low SBs, but I love the high ones.
Highs, right.
I love highs. You know, there's some low ones that I think are alright, but for me, I love the high ones. You know, the high ones are the shit for me. But you know, everybody goes. Here's one example. You know, you got the Jordan 11.
Right.
You know, MJ has the low cut, the low 11.
Right.
People went nuts for those. And then I saw that they might have the low 11 cool grades.
Right.
And
But
those look hot.
what I think too also, and a lot of people you may or may not know this, is that the low cut, that's the 11 low cut of the high version. But MJ had a low cut version, and it had the snakeskin print. You remember those? They were low cut in black. They came out maybe like 2003 or something, and those to me were the Concord 11 lows.
Yeah.
The other ones, I mean, just to me are a low version of, you know, the high.
Yeah, and then he had that version where he had the 3 rings on the tongue.
Right.
Oh man, people were going nuts with that.
So again, another question: if the Kobe's would have stayed high, how different would you receive this new one compared to the other? Would it have been much of a difference, or you would have just said, "Oh, it's just another high sneaker"?
I think because of the look of it, I think it's way different because it looks more, like I said, like a boxing gladiator shoe. So for me, I'm small, so I think that thing would kind of come up to my knees or something because it looks so high. But I don't think I would. In my opinion, I'm not a big fan of those 9s. I like, you know, if they were like the 2s, because I like the 2s. The 2s were good, or if they were the hyperguns. The hyperguns for me was, you know, pretty awesome.
Yeah,
that was
a great show.
Yeah.
This wraps up another episode of Kicking It. I want to thank everybody. Appreciate all the support. Definitely catch us on Instagram, on Twitter at Kick718.
1609.
All right. Yeah, everybody be safe. We out of here. Peace.